Good morning, student. Myself, Professor Dhaval Chandrana, and we are continue on our unit number 3, Cyber Law and Related Legislations of Cyber Law and Ethics subject. Guys, today is the fourth lecture of this particular unit 3, and I will just revise the unit number 3 third lecture before starting a today's lecture. So you can easily remember what we discussed in our unit number 3 and a third lecture. In previous lecture, we discussed the most important concept about a cyber law and its related legislations is what is electronic data, how to protect electronic data, and what is the things which we remember to storing or transferring our electronic data before those aware information which is provided in our previous lecture. As well as on a later on, we discussed a different 5 sections which is provided against the electronic data. So guys, it is the most important lecture we already discussed in unit number 3. If you are not looking to those lectures which already are available on a YouTube channel, then please refer all this lecture about all the cyber law and ethics subject. And especially I will just mention you must be watch a unit number 3 lecture number 3 because it is a really interesting things which we didn't aware about nowadays, and you must be aware about those things before using your social networking site, before using internet, and before storing your data or transferring your electronic data to any unknown persons. So please watch my third lecture of unit number 3 because we are discussing so many interesting things. So today we will start a fourth lecture of unit number 3. In this particular lecture, we discussed IT Act and its Civil Procedures Code. In previous lecture, already we discussed that what are the different sections under the IT 2000 Act available against electronic data. Today also we will discuss a different IT Act, basic information about IT Act, and later on we will discuss a different Civil Procedures Code. So start with the IT Act. The IT stands for Information Technology Act, registered with the 2000 by the Indian governments, known as ITA 2000 or the IT Act. In an Act of Indian Parliaments number 21 to 2000, notified on the 7th October 2000. That's why it is known as the IT Act 2000. It is the primary law in Indian dealing with the cybercrime and electronic commerces. Guys, whatever the different section is defined against a cyber crime as well as against electronic commerce or transactions, it should be part of IT Act 2000. An IT Act to provide a legal recognitions of transactions carried out by means of electronic data interchange and other means of electronic communications. Commonly referred to as an electronic commerce because we know that nowadays electronic market is really boosted or really required market in now actual scenario. Lots of things which we are purchasing through these websites, through the mobile applications. Compare all those products which is available on a physical market as well as on electronic commerce market, which involve the use of alternatives to paper-based methods of communications and storage of informations. To facilitate electronic filing of documents with the government agencies and further to embed the Indian penal codes, means everything should be generated against electronic crimes or cyber crimes. It should be part of Indian penal code. Means you can develop some of the rules and regulations with help of whatever dealing, whatever actions or whatever the transaction happen through the internet. The Indian Evidence Act 1872, the Bankers Book Evidence Act 1891 and the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 and for the matter connected therewith or incidents therefore. Guys, whatever the act it discussed in a last line, we will discuss each and every act and in detail on this particular unit. But today we will just discuss a basic information about IT Act and Civil Procedures Code. The bill was passed in the budget sessions of 2000 and signed by the Presidents K.R. Narayan on 9th May 2000. You must be remember date as well as name. The bill was finalized by the group of officials headed by the Ministry of Information Technology, Pramod Mahajan. Miss, who can provide all kind of informations, provide all kind of rules, sections and regulations with reference of whatever the transactions, whatever the activity, whatever the crimes happening on internet market. Through they can reference and generates different sections and group of sections which against a cyber crime as well as against the electronic commerce. It is part of a IT Act 2000 who can published on a 9th May 2000 by the President of Indian K.R. Narayana. Schema of the IT Act, it consolidates the law relating to procedure of a civil codes, because some of the way you need to mention where the actual things which happening in a cybercrime and is e-commerce. It has an 158 section in the first part of 51 orders, in the second part containing rules of end-to-end apprehensions. The sections containing the fundamental principles and thus create a jurisdiction's hands a substitute law where the rules deal with the detailed procedure as to how two jurisdiction should be exercised. Like in our previous lecture, we discussed of different 5 sections, section number 56, 66, 67, 68, 69 and section 70. All the section is against electronic data, and as well as we will discuss what are the different fine against what kind of claim. And each sections mention a specific crimes as well as against what kind of crimes will be happen on define a different sections. Like if someone use your personal information who can store in a laptop or computer without your prior permissions, then the section 50 is against on those kind of activity, and the financials fine it should be up to the 1 crores. So every section will be mentioned against a fine as well as the activity through which they can easily identify which section is generated against what kind of illegal activities. Now we will discuss what is a civil procedure code. The Code of Civil Procedure 1908 is a procedural law related to the administrative of civil proceeding in India. The code is divided into the two parts. The first part contains 158 sections and the second part contains the first schedule which has 51 orders and rules. So civil procedures code is divided into two different sections. The sections provide a provision related to general principles of jurisdictions, whereas the order and rule prescribe the procedure and the method that govern civil procedure in India. Guys, whatever we discuss, it is just part of Indian Civil Procedure Code. It should be happened whatever the activity, what are the different crimes happened within the area, then the particular section will be applied. Outside of country, the different section will be happen. To give the uniformity of civil procedure, Legislative Councils of India enacted Code of Civil Procedure 1858, which received the assessment of Governor General on 23rd March 1859. So it is the things where the civil procedure code is available in Indian public market in 23rd March 1859 by the different combinations of procedure code. The code, however, was not applicable to the Supreme Court in the Presidency town and the Presidency small courses. Where the actual procedure code is applied, the code was not applicable to the Supreme Court in this Presidency town and to the Presidency small courts. Means this particular section will be proceeding under the smaller towns as well as on a larger amount city, but not up to the Supreme Courts. It did not meet the challenges and was replaced by the Code of Civil Procedure Code 1877, but still it did not fulfill the requirements of time, and the larger amendment were introducing because it is introduced in 23rd March. In 1882, the Code of Civil Procedure 1882 was introduced. Within the passing of time, it is felt that it needs flexibility of the timeless and effectiveness, because every transaction they have a new information will be provided, and for the reference of those kind of transaction we generate some new protocols, new sections and new rules. So on a civil procedure code same things will be happen. On a 1888 too, at that time they produce some of the code, some of the sections up to the 150 different 8 section in a 2 different part. But after the transactions happen, after the some functionality happen, then they take a new protocols against those new activities. To meet this problem, Code of Civil Procedure 1908 was enacted or introducing. So on a civil procedure code, first they introducing on 1882, then after the rescheduling to refer a different transaction, they generate some new civil procedure code which should be right now already applied after the 908. So it is the things which we discussing in for the today's lecture about basic information about IT Information Technology Act. In a part of IT Act we will discuss one of the procedure code is nothing but a civil procedure code. I hope you are clear what is the civil procedure code and what is IT Act. Thank you so much.